morning, everybody. I'm continuing with the Asia theme, and I was rather struck by certain similarities of what I intend to say with what's just been said now. Just a little bit of background on Indonesia. It's a very large archipelago, 240 million people, 17,000 islands, but only 1,000 of them are inhabited. Urban sanitation has been improving considerably in the last 20 years, and that's mostly been through household individual investment of on-site systems, but the government has also been promoting the use of decentralised systems, community-based decentralised systems based on mostly anaerobic reactors, battered reactors. The on-site systems, very confusingly, they're called septic tanki. But what that actually is a lined pit with no bottom. It doesn't really bear any resemblance to something that we would call a septic tank. It does have an overflow, but unfortunately that's not into a leach pit or a soakaway. It's usually into a public waterway of some description, rivers or canals or drains. And that's one way that people cope with desludging, unfortunately, is through a direct overflow. But most of these on-site systems and this increase mean that the government recognises there will be an increased need for septage management in the future, and they're taking this more seriously. The downside is there's actually very little national legislation or policy in place. The only two pieces of legislation that could apply is national government saying it is a local government responsibility, that's it, and there is an effluent discharge standard from the Ministry of Environment that I don't think anyone's ever heard of it being enforced. So the other part of the context of the situation is that from 2009 onwards, the government has started this Acceleration of Sanitation Development and Human Settlements Programme. Very serious, you can see from the graph, a huge investment in sanitation, and has taken what was a virtual non-subject into mainstream priority of government agenda, which is all good news. The four main objectives of this programme are that the country will be open defecation free by 2015, which is highly ambitious because at the current rate of open defecation in rural areas is around 40% and around 14% in urban areas. Current sewerage coverage is around 1% of the country, around 2% in urban areas, and they're hoping to get that up to around 10%. A lot of that will be achieved through the use of small decentralised systems, so I was very interested in what Neil McLeod had to say this morning. These are community-based systems, maybe 50 to 100 households, shallow sewer systems. They're doing that in over 200 cities, multiple systems in one city. And the subject for today, they are really taking seriously the need to renovate, refurbish and build new septic treatment facilities.